Geiser in a Nutshell with me, Ina. Ang episode na ito, ang nangyari sa kasong pag-uusapan natin. Medyo related dito sa pinag-uusapan natin recently tungkol sa kung nakuha mo yung iyong PR through a provincial nomination program, tapos lumipat ka agad ng probinsya, maaaring bawiin yung PR na yun. Kasi nga, when you received that permanent residency under a provincial nomination program, you claimed that you intend to reside in that province. Okay. So, pwede nga bawiin sakaling umalis ka agad-agad for no good reason. Okay? For no valid reason. Medyo related dyan. Dito naman po, sa SINP, Saskatchewan, PNP, na-nominate siya ng probinsya noong kanyang in-apply na, no? Nag-apply na siya ng kanyang PR. Aba, dininay. For the same reason na, ito syempre hindi pa siya umaalis ng probinsya, no? Pero pinag-aralan ni officer yung current living situation niya. And the officer decided na, naku, mukhang wala ka yatang balak mag-reside dito for the longer term. Kaya dahil dyan, ni-refuse ang kanyang PR application. In a way, sayang, ano? Na-nominate na siya. O sige, puntahan po natin ang federal court decision na ito. This is from 2024, May 2024. Ayan, puntahan natin yung summary, no? Si aplikante, yung na-refuse, pumunta po siya ng federal court seeking or filing a judicial review petition. Ibig sabihin, no, umaasa siya dito sa korte na baka pwedeng isantabi itong refusal at ipa-assess muli sa bagong officer. Okay? So, ayun na nga, okay? Na-refuse ang kanyang PR visa application under SINP because the officer was not satisfied that the applicant intended to reside in Saskatchewan. Ang tanong, bakit? What made the assessing officer think na hindi ito mananatili sa Saskatchewan pag bigyan ito ng PR? Sige. Ang background, Egyptian, okay? A citizen of Egypt and a resident of Saudi Arabia. His wife and 2 children accompanied him to Canada. Noong August 2018, nakakuha itong si main applicant ng confirmation of the SINP nomination under International Skilled Worker stream, yung occupations in demand. Architect daw itong si main applicant. Noong August 2019, dumating na sila sa Regina, Saskatchewan. Pero, eto na, they rented a house also in Oakville, Ontario. Doon daw kasi sa Oakville, Ontario, baka malapit doon, merong laser training course na kukunin daw ang kanyang misis. Tapos yung anak, merong kukumpletuhing international course. Siguro mag-aaral doon. Okay. At pagdating sa Canada, si applicant din, nakakuha pala ng LAMIA. Nag-work permit muna. Yan, nag-work permit. At nakapagtrabaho sa isang consultancy firm. At doon, si main applicant lang ang tumira sa Regina. He rented a room for $375 per month. Yan. March 2022, nakakuha raw si main applicant ng PFL, Procedural Fairness Letter. Ang sabi ni officer, we have concerns about the applicant's intention to reside in Saskatchewan. Okay, at sumagot naman si applicant and provided supporting documentation. Okay? Kahit na sumagot, hindi na kumbinsi si officer. October 2022, the officer sent the applicant a written decision denying his PR application based on provincial nominee class membership. Okay. Ano ang naging supporting documentation? No? Ano ang naging depensa kaya ni applicant nung nakuha niya yung PFL? Puntahan natin itong bahagi na ito. Ito. The applicant argues that the officer failed to consider the following factors. Temporary lang naman daw ang kanilang stay sa Ontario. They were attempting to establish their business prior to permanent relocation to Saskatchewan. Okay? Sabi niya, they also had discussions na raw with a realtor about purchasing property in Regina. And also, si applicant daw was already negotiating consulting contracts with companies in Saskatchewan. So yun ang mga dahilan niya. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na meron kaming bahay sa Ontario, wala kaming plano sa Regina. Ayun na nga. Meron naman daw silang future plans. Pero ang nangyari, ang sabi ni Judge, okay, na-assess naman daw properly ng IRCC officer yung ipinresenta dito. And according to the court decision, the applicant has not pointed to any information or evidence that was not considered by the officer or that was inconsistent with the officer's conclusion. So ang sabi ni Judge, it was reasonable for the officer to find that the applicant did not have sufficient evidence of residing in Saskatchewan or that there were barriers that prevented him from residing in that province. Sabi dito, the officer was clear that the refusal was based upon the intention to reside in the nominating province requirement. Yan, okay? Kaya naalala ko rin guys, I think dun sa mga kaso na napag-usapan natin na binawi yung PR dahil naglipat probinsya agad. If I'm not mistaken, both examples that I presented before sa SINP rin. So, kung yun lang batayan, parang mas mahigpit ang SINP, ang Saskatchewan, patungkol sa polisiyang yan. Okay? Na kailangan talagang tuparin mo na meron kang intention to reside in the province if you are to apply for PR there through the PNP. Ano pala nangyari dito, guys? Well, I guess you get a clue, no? The court sided with IRCC. So, dinismiss din itong petisyon na dinala sa korte. Refused pa rin ang PR application. Okay? So, anong learnings dito sa kasong ito? Kahit pa hindi ka pa PR, during the application period, kailangan pala, mapakita mo na sa IRCC na handa ka ng manirahan at talagang wala kang ibang tinitingnang probinsya, kundi ang probinsya ang ina-applyan mo. In this case, Saskatchewan. So, naging red flag yung pagkakaroon niya ng ibang residents outside Saskatchewan. Sinestress pa dito nung court ruling. Yung Saskatchewan Department's or SINP's operational manual recognizes that a provincial nomination creates presumption that the applicant will be able to become economically established. Okay? And the manual na ginagamit po ng mga officer, it instructs officers to consult with provincial authorities if reasons exist to believe that a visa applicant does not intend to live in the nominating province or that the applicant is unlikely to become economically established in Canada. At ang ending, ayan, overall, the officer considered the applicant's evidence and weighed it according to the discretion and made a reasonable decision. This judicial review application is dismissed. Okay, I highly encourage you guys to please, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood, panoorin nyo yung episode ko with Attorney Lou talking about how permanent residencies can be canceled kung nakuha nyo yan sa PNP at kayo ay naglipat probinsya without a valid reason. Hindi naman po yan at all times na mangyayari. Kailangan lang handa kayong depensahan kung bakit hindi naging, kumbaga, economically viable for you guys. No, that's just one reason. To stay in the province that gave you your PR. Na-stress din po dun, it is not an issue of mobility rights. No, it's not an issue of mobility rights. It's an issue of misrepresentation. Kasi nga, nung nag-apply ka for that PR, sinabi mo na you intend to reside in that province. Okay, so what do you think about this? Ilalagay ko rin po sa comment section, pinned comment, yung link doon sa nakaraang episode ko po with Attorney Lou. Okay, I know may question, kung ganun din ba sa mga rural towns? Okay? Yung mga participating towns in RCIPs, yung mga ganyan. Kailangan din ba manatili ka doon? Okay, I will clarify that, no, with Attorney Lou or isa pa nating mga suki dito sa channel. Kasi hindi rin po ako talaga aware, no? Diyan ba sa mga application forms ninyo for those rural immigration programs, meron din po bang checkbox dyan, kumbaga, na nagsasabing mananatili ka dito sa small town namin na yung mga ganun. I don't know. So, yeah, abangan nyo na lang po yung episode natin na yan. For now, we will end this episode here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody!